I mean, you're going to pay $1,200 for a studio to live in South Orange. Maybe what? $1,200, $1,500 for a studio. $2,500.
You got rich students going to Seton Hall.
$2,500 for a studio.
Yeah. $2,500.
Well, that's more than my mortgage is.
So they got rich people want to move into South Orange and Maplewood.
That's the impression. Rich, obviously, couples or single individuals.
Yeah, because what it is that I can move in as a couple, and in a year or two, we could have 2 kids.
Yeah, but they're saying that they don't want it to be transient for people to be moving in and out and in and out.
Marjorie, if I move in...
There's something crazy about this.
Marjorie, if I move in, you going to tell me my wife can't get pregnant? Or my girlfriend can't get pregnant?
I'm saying, but would you want to stay in a small place when you had children? So are they living in the apartments? Is that going to be more expensive than living in a house or buying your own place? You don't understand what I'm saying? Let me.
No. Listen, this is what I believe. The people who are going to look to move in there are people who are going to have kids. Because they're looking to move there. If it's expensive, they're looking to move there because of the school system. They're looking to move there because of the train. They're looking to move there because of the walkability to Maplewood and walkability to South Orange. They're looking to move there so like on the weekends, on Friday night when they come home from work, they could go to one of these restaurants and sit down and have a nice dinner. Okay? They don't want to have to go to Newark, Plain Talk Bad Manners to watch a movie. They can go to Sopak, or they could go into Maplewood Village. These are the type of things that these people want to do. They want to come to the Maplewood Village and go have some dinner. They want to go into South Orange Village and have dinner. That's why they move into these communities.
And I guess whatever's going to be built in Seton Town or whatever that is.
Whatever else is going to be built there. And that's why they move into these communities. And that's why these developers are flocking to South Orange and Maplewood. Because they know for a fact that at least 85% of the building is going to be either rented out, or if it's condominium, it's going to be sold. So they're not worried about that. Plus, they got all these pilots.
Well, it doesn't say here whether there's a pilot yet, so.
So to them, they didn't get to the pilot talkers yet.
No, it says Lewis updated the attendees on the redevelopment study process for 8 areas along Irvington Avenue, saying the town planner, Susan Gruel, was continuing to work on the studies. He expected that Gruel would be able to present her work to the Board of Trustees in the next month or two. At that time, Gruel's recommendations would be reviewed by the trustees, referred to the planning board, and then sent back to the Board of Trustees for potential approval. However, Lewis said, Mann and Caston were not waiting on such designation. Instead, they were utilizing the town-wide designation as an area in need of rehabilitation to craft a redevelopment plan with the town and request a staggered 5-year tax abatement.
Mm-hmm. A 5 year? Only 5 years?
Yeah, they're not asking for a lot.
Oh, okay.
These must be regular people. The meeting, which took place at Congregation.
Oh, you know why? Because maybe it's not as big. It's not as large. It's not as big. You know what I mean?
Wow.
We're selling out. We're giving away the farm.
I wonder how much. I mean, they should have this for people like me who might think about downsizing. I don't think I'd be able to.
No, they don't want you.
But why not?
Because they want people who can afford that.
Tell everyone how poor I am, Anselm. And after I retire, I'll be even poorer. So I don't know.
It's unfortunate, but it's true. In this day and age, we giving away everything.
So we need to move to the national.
But here's good national news for you. You're gonna like this.
What? 2 police officers shot?
Nah.
You don't want to talk about anything like that today?
Yeah. New research confirms black students do better when taught by black teachers.
You know what?
This is.
You just saw me read that article, and now you're gonna bite off of it. I thought we were gonna. Okay, go ahead.
You don't think that?
Sometimes
you're a
I
black
think
teacher.
Yes, and I didn't even know what I'm an African American teacher. Okay.
You just trying to.
At any rate,
You just trying to.
because nobody likes.
You trying to contaminate me.
People like the word black.
I'm gonna look.
Do you think your students do better? Your blacks? Do you even have students that are black?
In my class?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of 30, how many would you say?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4.
Wow.
A little more than 10% of the class. If it's 30, it's 10% is 3. Right? So 15% is 4.5. So it's been about 12%. A little more than 12% of the class. But we got to be honest though. If you're a black student in a non-historic black school, putting it nicely,
in a predominantly white school.
yeah,
Is that what you say?
Yeah. And you see a black professor, you do feel a little more comfortable. But sometimes that black professor could be the harder professor more than anything else.
Or,
but I think
hard or not. I mean, let's say all professors are equal, which I don't know if they are.
No, all professors are not equal. It's just the way it is. Some professors are much harder than some professors. Okay. That's the way it is.
I guess
everybody teaches differently.
That's true.
Everybody teaches differently. Some professor will come in a class and say, "Okay, we got this book. We're gonna go over We're gonna do chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm gonna go over the chapter in class. You're responsible for everything in that chapter, and you're just gonna go over the book." Some people don't even use PowerPoint presentation. Some people do it the old-fashioned way. Some people don't even give you a review. It's funny. One of my kids asked me the other day, "Professor, can you give us what is it? A sample test?" I'm like, "A sample test? What are you talking about?"
Well, you want something you used to study with.
But if you follow what I tell you, you wouldn't have any problems. That is so useless, man.
Well, that's people rely. A lot of people got through school based on memorization. So let me look at these questions. People do that in my school. Let's go over old Regents exams, and then this question would probably be there. And it's not teaching people how to think, right? It's about memorization. And I used to get in these arguments a lot at certain points in my career because students just want to memorize answers rather than truly understand. And if you truly understand a concept, then you can apply it to anything, and then you can move forward.
I told him it makes absolutely no sense. I'm giving you my old test. As a matter of fact, there were kids who had my class last semester. They said, "Hey, Professor, your tests are different this year." I said, "Yeah." Because I don't want to do the same things I did last year with my classes.
You don't grow. But
yeah, if I'm doing the same things last year, that means to say that, I'm myopic. I'm narrow-minded, and I'm not growing. So to me, this semester, I wanted the kids to think more. I give you, systematic study means this, right? Then I give you a scenario, and I want you to be able to know that that scenario is systematic study.
Yeah, it's application.
So that's application. That's making you think. Critical thinking. Yeah, that's critical thinking. So what happened is that when you start to have people think critically, it seems like it's difficult for them. Because they have rote thinking.
Yes,
rote.
That's what I said. That people are used to rote memorization.
Exactly.
And so when you give them something that they can analyze and use that concept over and over, be that through application or analysis or synthesis or whatever. At any rate, so go ahead. You read the article.
So Marjorie, we have another listener in New York. His name is Conrad Welch. Conrad, we send a special. We don't send shout out Conrads. We send Somo out. That's South Orange Maple.
Hi, Conrad. Somewhere out to you.
Conrad, you hear that voice? Yeah. we don't. We don't send. We don't
Conrad, Conrad, I want Anselm. Look at he's so excited today for some reason.
Yeah, so Conrad, we don't send SOMO outs. We don't send shout outs. We send SOMO out. So a special welcome to you, and we are happy that you can tune in to the South Orange Maple Online
Yes,
Radio
and like
Experience.
us on Facebook.
Yeah. By the way, I grew up with Conrad in Trinidad and Tobago. I grew up in Trinidad and Tobago, and he was one of the best middle distance runners in Trinidad and Tobago. And I used to look up to him as when I was like, maybe I was like 14.
Joe, he was like a hero of yours.
Yeah, he was like a hero. I mean, this guy was excellent, great, fantastic, everything you can talk about. You know, and I really and truly just looked up to him.
Anselm, you're just like grinning. I'm really happy. Conrad, welcome. Can we go back to this article? Oh, well, I could go ahead to the Ferguson.
Yeah, so Conrad, welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, Conrad Welch, welcome to the South Orange Maple Online Radio Experience. So new research confirms that black students do better when taught by black teachers. It has been a matter of debate in education circles whether black students do better in school when they have black teachers. While some researchers have claimed they failed to see a statistically significant difference in student performance, a new study analyzing several million students in Florida found that black, white, and Asian students do slightly better in school years when they share their classroom's educators' race, with low-performing blacks and white students showing the most benefit.
You see that? Read that again. With who benefiting the most?
While, okay. A new study analyzing several million students in Florida found that black, white, and Asian students do slightly better in school during years when they share their classroom educators' race,
right,
with low-performing black and white students showing the most benefit.
So low-performing black and white
Yeah,
students.
so if you have low-performing black students with black teachers, they perform better. As well as you have them with white teachers, low-performing whites do better.
No,
I think that's what they're saying.
Low-performing black and white students.
When they have the educators' race, though, when they're with the educators' race.
That's not the way I'm reading.
Okay, let me read it for you again. Let me read it for you again.
I looked at this. Go ahead.
Let me read it for you again. A new study analyzing several million students in Florida found that black, white, and Asian students do slightly better in school during years when they share their classroom educators' race, with low-performing blacks and white students showing the most benefit.
So, low-performing whites should be with low-performing...
When low-performing whites are with white teachers, they perform better. And when low-performing black are with black teachers, they perform better. That's what it's saying. You got to believe me. I'm the professor.
Oh, my God. Get out of here. Oh, wait till... Give me a couple months. I'm going to pull that card.
While the study is not definite.
Definitive.
While the study is not definitive,
Professor.
because it looked at just one state. You always get a...
The findings should go far in answering the question of whether teacher race matters. Though it was just one state, the sample size was rather large, nearly 3 million students, and their performance was analyzed over a 7-year period. I wonder how they did this analysis.
But Marjorie, don't you think that the high school system need more black male teachers in the system?
They just need, at least my school needs more black teachers, period. But black male teachers. Yeah, but
Well, why you say that hesitantly, man?
I mean, yes.
You mumbling and stumbling and bumbling. You don't be like the bunglers of the. Don't be like the bunglers of the South.
No, because if I think of some people, there's only really one other black male teacher.
There's one black male teacher in your school?
Yes.
One?
Well, there's a black special ed teacher, male, and then there's the black math teacher. And there's a black male guidance counselor. And that's it.
Conrad said
But
he
when
taught.
you say, well, how many black teachers, they generally think it's just one.